Hi guys, how you all doing? Great to have you here as always. So I have a video here that I would love to react to that says woman regrets divorcing her husband when he instantly replaces her. Women hitting the wall. Oh guys. It's going to be a bumpy one. Guys, let's see what the video is all about.
I don't want to brag or anything, but I just thought you should know that I just got divorced.
So,
Divorce? I think you've already got half of your ex's stuff, right?
who cares? It's not new.
How's the alimony payments treating you? Don't forget to mention that when you're fishing for compliments. Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to see crazy couples. Woman regrets divorcing her husband when he instantly replaces her.
Good.
Let's get started.
Resentment. It's something that I definitely felt towards H, that I feel towards H sometimes, because it's just different for men and women. I mean, and that's just the way it is. Like, anyone can argue that, oh, no, it's not. Like, women have it 10 times harder. We are the caretakers. We have the invisible load. We take care of the kids and work, or some people just take care of the kids. But like, we have an amount of work and responsibility and mental like load. Yeah, when it comes to the kids, that's just it's not the same.
When the kids are
I mean,
still
biologically, we nurse or some, not all. So while H was able to really dedicate himself more to his career, I've had to split myself, and it has been extremely difficult. We both work in video production, and since I've known him, H has always traveled for work, and I completely get that and whatnot. But once we had, our daughter, it continued, which is fine. It was just more of a feeling like it's not the same for me. Like, I can't just up and leave, for weeks at a time, sometimes almost a month.
Wow.
And like, I couldn't do that, I would, or I could, I know I could if I wanted to, but I didn't want to. And so, of course, it was like, he is, moving up in his career, and I am staying stagnant, and that is frustrating. And then finally, when my daughter turned 2 and I came back to the United States after, living in Mexico for such a long time, and offered a bigger position in a production company, and I took it. It was the first time that I was away from her, and working a full-time job, and I loved it. I really enjoyed that, and I realized that I can't be just a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
And it's important for me to work, and that gives me joy as well. But when it came to like being able to travel for work, I was never available for that. Because I didn't want to leave my daughter. My daughter's also autistic, so I try to limit these drastic changes in her life as much as possible, and I've been the one constant factor, so I can't just like up and go for a couple weeks or a couple of days even. And I know that's been my choice and whatnot, but yeah, there is resentment there when he can and he does and I don't. And again,
feelings are valid. I truly understand. It can be frustrating when you feel that you're all alone in your marriage. It's supposed to be a partnership-ish. A compromise should be made.
I know that that's my choice. Now, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to be able to work even now. I have my own company, and I've decided to have my own company to give me the flexibility of being the mother that I want to be, but also having the career that I want to have. And it's not like, I don't. H right now is in Miami, then he's going to go to Mexico, and then, he goes to Jamaica, and he goes all over the place. And I don't because I don't want to disrupt my kid's life. I'm still nursing my son. So yeah, there's resentment.
Modern women have become like this because of feminism, because it's what she really wants. Her whole body and soul are telling her what she should do. But the way she was taught to pursue her job is always getting in the way and pushing her to destroy her family completely. As a stay-at-home mom, she gets the most out of all the hard work her husband does, but she can't see it because she's been taught that she should get a job to compete with her own husband. She even said that her husband is a good person and didn't do anything wrong.
2 years ago, I was married. I have 2 kids. I never thought I would be back out here single, dating. I would rather...
I must say, she looks so good.
Rather be on a season of Naked and Afraid through the wilderness with no clothes than try to navigate this date.
Trying to find a date is like being alone and scared in the wild. The only change is that the cougars here aren't as kind.
Okay, I'm about to walk into date number 1 out of 3 this week. We're going to a wine bar, which will be really fun. I don't know. He has a lot of personality over text, so we'll see if that translates in person. I've never met him in person. This is a Raya guy, and they have proven to be really weird, so I'm a little nervous. But yeah, I've been really bad about keeping up with these just because I've been down bad for guy number 1 on the roster. But do you know what we've learned in our 20s? You do not put all your eggs in one basket unless a man shows up for you the way that you deserve and the way that you fully want. Say that louder for the people in the fucking back. Anyway, I kind of wish I got more nervous for these dates still. I guess I just kind of picture them as friends. It's kind of just how I view them until they give me a reason not to, I guess. So, I don't know. There's cars coming and I'm nervous, so wish me luck.
Guy who works in a wine bar. Don't put all your eggs in one basket if you're out there. Especially if that basket calls herself an addict gremlin, you might want 1 or 3 drinks.
I've just discovered the reason why it's so hard to find a good guy dating in 2023. And it's not because there aren't any left and all men are disgusting and all men are trash. That is completely false, no matter what you hear from other girls on TikTok. The truth is that the good guys are done with dating. They would rather be single and have their peace than be in a relationship and not be treated correctly. They're done playing the games, okay? Girls not
This is kind of the endless drama.
being monogamous, them not texting them back, them giving them mixed signals, them opening up and sharing their feelings, and then a girl breaking up with them. They don't want to deal with that. They'd rather work a lot, go home, play some video games, watch a movie, and spend time with their dog or themselves than ever have to deal with women. I just want to know. I just want to know which one of you ladies messed it up for everyone, because dating out here is so hard.
The good guys have had enough of dating. No, they just got smarter over time and learned how to save time and energy. On their Xbox, they are also playing hard to get.
I felt compelled to respond, to make a video in response to what someone commented on another video about my children's father, H, wanting, like, pressuring to file for divorce because he possibly has someone else, and it's something that I wish this person hadn't commented, because I have been thinking about that, and it makes me feel even worse than what I already do.
Oh,
because it's something that I've...
She's too emotional. I wish they can just come back together. She's still in love. She's still in love. Moving on is going to be very, very hard for her.
definitely also thought about, and his actions have made me think that this is a possibility. And it's just not good for my self-esteem. When I knew he was coming after 3 months of not seeing him and him not seeing his kids, I even offered for him to stay here. I thought it would be a better transition for the kids to see him, and then we would talk to our daughter, our oldest daughter, 7 months, 7 years. Oh, 7 years old, almost 7 years old. And he didn't want that. He said he wanted his space, and he is a person that wants his space. When he's next to me and he's on his phone, he kind of goes like this.
It's obvious he doesn't want to be a father. He's not matching up to his responsibilities at all. He doesn't want to be a husband and a father. That's too bad.
The pressuring, and then he already talked about, when we were talking about how we were going to be before we talked to our daughter, and how we wanted, I said, I want this to be okay. We weren't meant for each other, but that doesn't mean we have to be enemies, and it's good for them to see that we can even be friends, right? And have like moments that it's the 4 of us. So yeah, the different behaviors have gotten me like thinking, does he already have someone else? And it does make me feel like shit even more. It really does, because I feel like I'm that easily replaceable. For 12 years that I've been with him, I feel like I've begged for his love, and it's like the harder, the more the people play hard to get, the more you want that person. I feel like that's what's happening.
even though I know that he is not the person for me. It's an ego thing. I know that. I know it's an ego
After
thing.
12 years.
I'm not gonna lie, it makes me feel like shit. It really does.
God, this is sad. After 12 years of her life. I don't know why I feel for her, honestly.
It makes me feel horrible about myself. And I wish it didn't. But it does. And so then I feel like maybe it's time to just like rip the band-aid off and like start dating myself, or, you know, seeing what's out there. And I know a lot of people say, no, you're not ready, and you gotta learn to love yourself before you can love someone else, and you gotta be by yourself. But I feel like I have been for the last 12 years, actually. I feel like I have been by myself in a certain way. I've been with someone, but he's been doing his own thing this whole time, and I'll get into that in another post. But yeah, part of me just wants to just like, let's go, let's move on, let's do this, because
You have to.
I do not like feeling like and like I'm not worthy of people's love.
This is how women ruin their own lives, by taking on too much just to please their egos. She wants to start dating again because her soon-to-be ex-husband has moved on. Now, don't be fooled by all of these fake crocodile tears, because she is the one who wants a divorce. Because she is jealous and envious of her husband's success, she is actually the one ruining her own family.
I have a high body count because I enjoy sexy times. And I've gone through a couple breakups that made me totally manic, running around, sleeping with all kinds of random people. And I've been single for 3 years. Like, every 6 months or so, I end up sleeping with an extremely regrettable, but, you know, whatever, one night stand. I don't want them to be regrettable, and the body count, you know, it's not at fault for me having so many regrettable ones in there. That's just me having terrible taste. That's my fault. But one day I'm gonna get my taste figured out. Today's probably not going to be that day, but maybe later on.
You have killed a lot of people. Well done for going against the rules, but I do have to say that your bad taste is a shame. It's like having a good bottle of wine and drinking it out of a shoe. Here's something new to teach an old dog. In this case, the dog was an old female. Keep your head up and focus on your goals, and everything else will work out. Tell me what you think of the video in the area below.
Random women ranting over nothing. See, the only person I can relate with is the second to last woman, the Mrs. H. That's the only person I can relate with. The rest, you guys should just go and hide your faces. Ladies, the rant is getting out of hands. Please, be in control of your life and stop disturbing social media. Guys, hope you enjoyed this video regardless. See you on the next one. Please hit the subscribe button. Be at peace with yourself and with all mankind. Bye-bye.